Hello and welcome to another episode of Lost in Minecraft. In this episode we are returning to the Nether. We are going to be exploring it a little bit further, having a look at some of the other biomes, some of the bits and pieces that are going to be about, and we are going to be using it as a method of fast travel across the overworld. It's going to be very exciting, quite a lot to learn, quite a lot to do, so let's just jump straight in. As you can see, we are back in the Nether, in the little cubbyhole that we made for ourselves to protect ourselves from the ghast blasts. I've dug out this little hole. I've already calculated roughly where I'm aiming for. I'm looking at roughly minus 95, 29, 82. We'll go over the reason for those coordinates a little bit later on. But for now it is just a case of mining our way through the Nether. As you can see, that's a particularly nasty little drop. Also we've got some piglins and things meandering around over there. Looked like a enderman on fire. So we shall leave them to their devices. Pop a block back down. Leave a little gap there so we can see what's going on. And continue mining. Now, this netherrack is very easy to mine through, particularly with our upgraded diamond pickaxe. We've just got to keep our eyes open whilst we're digging, because if we come across any quartz or anything like that, quickly mining it up will get us a little bit of experience, which will help with the durability on our axe. So we've run into another ending there. I'm just carefully keeping an eye on my coordinates and where I want to go. It looks like no matter what happens, I'm going to have to start building some bridges. This is why I have a couple of stacks of cobblestone, because if you recall, cobblestone is immune to gas blasts. So having these on here will make us some indestructible paths, get us over bits like this. Obviously when you are going over lava and large drops, you do have to be careful because you can still be knocked off. One quick way to stop doing that is to do a little block over the top, but that'll be a future job. Anyway, we've continued on down our way quite a bit. Still making some more bridges across the way. At the moment I'm just jumping along the path that I'm taking. Later on we will run it from start to finish, so you can see the full route that I take through the Nether. Just means that getting to places is nice and easy, we can stay safe. Particularly as just waiting for a few more levels, a few more enchants to really boost up the gear. Oh, this comes out into a nice little area. We can start to work our way down a bit as well, so we're really racking up the netherrack here, so digging through. Oop. There's lava. As you can see, I quickly put a hole in the ground there so that it stops the flow of lava, and then we can block it off as we go, hopefully get rid of the lava. This is always one of the problems with working in the Nether. Lava can appear just about any point. Yeah, that clears that up, and hopefully one of those was the source block. Yes, it looks like it, so now we're back in the clear. I think this has just opened up on the other side there. Good little spot. We can start to work our way down and across now. So investigate, and that there, you can see on the top some sort of fiery looking dudes. That looks like some sort of a Nether Bastion, one of the handfuls of structures we can find here. Those little fiery dudes are blazes. They will shoot little fireballs at you and are quite aggressive. Luckily we're far too far away from them to be bothered with us, but we can investigate there in the future and put those blazes to good use. They're very important for potion making and the like. Oh, some more lava. We'll just block that off. There it goes. We've got a curious little Enderman down there watching the lava as it's burning its way through a few bits and pieces, but this is where we need to start thinking about heading down. Now, it's too far here, I'd say, to comfortably jump, so we'll just have to work another way around. As the note says, at the end of that tunnel we were just in, I put a little cobblestone block in place, so when we get down and try to look our way up again, it's easy to spot. So there you go. Jump down, use the trees as a way down. We've just got Endermen wandering around, there's quite a few of them. And there's our little cobblestone block. So, hello, that was a bit close. Remember, they will leave you alone as long as you do not look them in the eye, and that came pretty close. So we'll just heal up from our drop. There's some bits we've been mining out at the top that have fallen down through the hole. Right, now to make a little stairway, just to get us from up there down to here nice and safely. I'm going to use the netherrack just because we have so much of it. Anyway, we're going to work out how high up it is. Here we are, 2 blocks tall as well. Then when we dig down, we can go approximately the same distance along as we've just been up and build a one step up at a time. Hello, my friend. Walkway, stairway, and then that will get us nicely to where we need to be. So start there, start building up. A bit nervous, all these Endermen zipping around the place. We're too high up to place on the ground now, so just dig these out. It's not a very effective way of doing the stairways, this. So now we're going to go up and do, using the crouch, do one across, one up, until we get to where we need to be. Something like this. So one across, and one up. Hop up, one across, one up, hop up, and repeat until we meet up with our walkway, which we have now done. It's going down to the bottom. We're almost at the sort of coordinates that I was looking for. It looks like I'm going to have to build out across this rather immense lake of lava. A common feature in the Nether. So remember, I'm looking for -95, 29, 82. Well, 29 is not going to happen because of the lava. We'll do what we can with the rest. It doesn't have to be too accurate, just accurate enough. And these coordinates will match up with a certain area in the Overworld. So I've been back and recorded some coordinates from another video, and the easiest way to match up Overworld and Nether is to divide your overworld coordinates by 8. So I was looking at minus 762 divided by 8 came to approximately 95. Minus 95, sorry. And then 655, which gives 82. Now I've been building a little platform in the Nether and I've run out of cobblestone. So I've come back to the overworld and putting our cobblestone farm to good use. As you can see now, harvesting it is very quick using the supercharged diamond pickaxe. Just been digging away for a few seconds and there you go, already got more than a stack. So I've kept that going for a little while and we're going back through. Now this will take us to our little original Nether portal, and now we shall just watch the full path through. Yes, let's just put down a few little blocks, helps us spot our corridors and things. Keeps us going, makes it nice and easy to maneuver around our tunnels. With tunnels like this, there are other ways of getting around. At the moment I'm just walking them, running them. In other worlds I've done this in, I've set up railway lines using powered rails, regular rails and minecarts, and you can make yourself a little train system through the Nether. Makes it nice and easy, nice and quick to get around. I've seen but not tried people using packed ice, because whilst you can't put down water in the Nether, you can put down ice apparently. And ice combined with boats can give a very fast method of transportation, which is an interesting little one, something a little bit different. Requires a bit more work, a bit more effort. Getting the packed ice is a bit more difficult. As you can see, we've been going through here. It's taken us about 90 seconds so far. So probably just shy of 2 minutes to get from the previous portal to here. Now as you can see, I've finished building it out. Got a nice little roof on it. There were some ghasts floating around in the area, so I just want to make sure it's fully protected. And now we shall put down a new Nether portal. So just remembering we need 2 on the bottom, 3 up the sides, and 2 across the top as a minimum. So that's our 2 on the bottom. Whoops. I could leave that there, but I want it back. Two across the top, and then just 1 more on the other side there. And then we need to light it. First of all, because the obsidian is exposed on the bottom, I'm just going to put a couple of cobblestone blocks just to protect it there as well. Stood on some magma, little magma block there. Just caused a little bit of damage, nothing too bad. Just use a flint and steel to spark it up. You can in fact use a bucket of lava if needs be. Anything like that will do the trick. So now it's time to step through and see if I have come out where I was planning. And the answer is almost. This is right back at our faraway base, in the tunnel that leads from the main compound down to the little bit of farmland we had. I was hoping to be down in the tunnels underneath, near where that big cave is, but we can deal with that in a moment. So for now I'm just going to disassemble the portal that's come up here. One advantage is if you build a portal in the Nether and teleport through, it will create a new portal in the overworld. Now if we come back down, that's the doorway that takes us through to the big cavern. So this is where I want to build my new portal. I think this just gives us a nice little staging area back near the old base. And there is another reason, which we shall get to in a moment, as to why we are here. And if we teleport through, paid attention to the coordinates, you can see I was pretty much exactly where I wanted to be in the overworld. And it is linked to this portal in the Nether. So now, using the Nether, we know we can travel from between the two bases in about 2 minutes. Just as a little example of how this works. So if we start on the green line there, if we were to move 1 block forward, as per the diamond block there, it would be the equivalent of moving to there in the overworld. If we moved up to this block in the Nether, it'll be the equivalent of moving to this gold block in the overworld. Now if we were to move this far, this is 16 blocks, so the equivalent of 1 chunk. Don't know if you can see it right off in the distance. See, it's only taken us a split second to travel that 16 blocks distance, but it is taking considerably longer to travel all the way down here, because as stated before, 1 block movement in the Nether is equivalent to 8 in the overworld. So you can't even see where we started. So it's across these big distances where it really, really makes a difference. You can really start to appreciate the usefulness of being able to travel around in the Nether and what it can do for us in the overworld. Little top view, I think, really strikes it home. And I was talking about chunks earlier. So a chunk is a 16 by 16 block, and it is what the game builds the world out of, these chunks. So this here is the equivalent of 1 chunk of the Minecraft world. You can find the chunks by dividing your X and Z coordinates by 16. So as you can see, we're on 64, 16, so that's the corner of 1 chunk. It goes across 16 blocks. So to 48, and forms a nice square. It's important to know about chunks a little bit because it can affect certain machines, certain builds, some of the settings inside the game. Some of the sort of vision settings, graphic settings will specify a certain number of chunks to load, and this is what it means. Let's see, we've got 1 chunk off to the side there, a double hole round, started on this one, and that one there's going to be 1 as well. So we'll have the golds in 1, the diamonds in 1, the coppers in 1, and lastly the emeralds in 1. So those are all different chunks. Always worth just keeping in mind when doing various bits and pieces. So I think for now we shall head back into our main game and show one of the advantages of using this. So where we've got our main base set up, we know we can now make it over to this side of the world, and if we come through into the cavern, I will show you something that I discovered a while ago. I've not done anything with it yet, but I was exploring around here. I was looking for slimes to make the sticky pistons for the wood farm. And in the underground there are many different little bits and pieces you can find and discover. And one of those things is called a spawner. A spawner is a special little block that quite literally does exactly what it says on the tin. I don't know why I'm being so cautious around these caves at the minute. There's not really anything about, so let's just go. There's various different types of spawners. There's blaze spawners in the Nether. You'll find those in the structure that we found. There are zombie spawners, which spawn zombies. There are skeleton spawners that spawn skeletons. And there are the ones that I've discovered up here. And this one right here, see, it's like a little cage with fire burning in it. It is a spider spawner. It comes in two versions. You get spiders and cave spider spawners. I've lit up the area, put a torch on it so it stops the spiders from spawning for now. But what you can do is you can create a large chamber, reactivate the spawner, and the specific enemy will naturally spawn in the area, and it'll spawn quickly. So it's great for various resources. So skeleton spawners will give you bones you can convert into bone meal, can give you arrows, can give you bows. Zombie spawners can give you all manner of sort of tools and minerals and rotten flesh for trading with. Speaking of zombies, hello my friend. And spider spawners can give you string, spider eyes, etc. The main thing is they will all give you a lot of experience, so we can really top ourselves up for enchanting. And here's another one. I'm just going to finish off killing these guys around here. So hopefully next time we shall see about utilising that spider spawner. We'll make ourselves a little spider XP farm and really get these enchants going onto our gear. So thank you for joining me for this episode. It's been a fun one to do. Hopefully it's been very informative, and I think it's really going to open up a lot of the world to us. So thank you again for joining. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you next time.